Let's take Afolabi from Songwater. Thank you for joining us, Afolabi.
Thank you so much. I greet everybody in the house, and including the listeners. I think on the palliatives, I can vividly remember in 1985 when we have problems of hunger in Nigeria during the time of IBP. He introduced one system for which everybody was adequately touched. He makes sure that immediately he assumed office, bread has started escalated that time when they are selling flour for 800 naira. He makes sure that he removed tariff of wheat flour and make flour to become 200 naira per bag. And immediately introduced that thing, the price of bread come down significantly for everybody. And we all shouted. What's up the government now to subsidize for wheat, whereby the flour that is being sold for 50,000 now will be sold for, say, 20,000 or thereabouts.
Thank you.
Everybody will be.
Thank you, Afolabi.
That's a good suggestion.
Yeah, that was a very brilliant one. Because, look, it's not everything you have to remove subsidy over. There are certain things that have to be subsidized. What is said about subsidizing the price of wheat, that was a very brilliant one. It's not just the physical distribution of food items and all of that. You need to subsidize certain things. That was what some of us cried when some discos were thinking of increasing the tariff of what's it called, electricity. You see, if fuel subsidy has to go, the subsidy on the price of electricity does not have to go. In fact, we have to reduce. The other time I read in the news that NRC was talking about increase in the price of obtaining meters. You know, all of these things ought not to be. Government cannot remove subsidy on everything. It's not possible. Certain things have to be subsidized. That is the true palliative for the people. The CNG buses we are talking about, CNG, even CNG, is it tricycles? The Ogun State government was talking about the CNG vehicles as if it was going to happen almost immediately. I don't know what's the update on that now. At least we haven't heard anything about it. Let us make sure that these CNG vehicles are available latest in January. We need to start having some of these things happening quickly. People will complain less if the speed of delivering the palliatives, the incentives, the palliative rather, is if we have a higher speed, of delivering these things.
All right. And finally, some cheering news came from the United Arab Emirates, UAE, on Monday. The oil-rich country has lifted the visa ban imposed on Nigeria travelers after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu and his UAE counterparts, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan in Abu Dhabi. Another landmark agreement at the meeting between the two leaders was the immediate resumption of flights schedule of both Etihad Airlines and Emirates Airlines in and out of Nigeria without any further delay. Asuko, how did we get here? I thought Dubai used to be the next destination. Before you say Jack Robinson, the visa will be ready in 24 hours and we're off to Dubai. And
so somebody that doesn't even miss it every month, back then, until the issues about most Nigerians becoming very unruly. And at some point, we also had a serious row between our airline, the Nigerian airline, and theirs, as in Air Peace, having to, fly there. Because Air Peace, just like the BASA agreement, we are supposed to have an airline also touching down there, taking our people there. So we requested, they requested for 3 slots, but they were given 1. But we gave them unfettered access for them to always come in
11?
At any time. Yeah, at least almost 11. So at some point it was like Air Peace had the cheapest tickets. If you want to go to Dubai. And they didn't even want them to even land in where everybody was landing. So it's just like, okay, you want to come to Lagos. They say go and land in, say, Osun. And then you start driving from Osun to Lagos. So it wasn't, EPIs lost a lot of, customers with that. And they had to shout. But all in all, I think we had issues with most of our Nigerians just being un-Nigerian. You can't go to another man's country and then you begin to go into drugs, begin to turn their culture upside down, and you allow them to, and want them to fold their hands and begin to look at you. No, So at some point, I think the former president, tried to intervene.
Yeah.
But it was rejected.
Mm-hmm.
So not that he didn't intervene, he tried, but perhaps I think why this actually succeeded, we got this success, was because President Bola Tinubu decided to take it personally to say, I am going to use my 2 koro eye and 2 legs to get to UAE and see the president myself. So that is the difference between
wanting to
him
dialogue with them directly
and the president, Buhari. You understand? Not about making phone call, but let me go there to listen and hear what the problem was. And that is why we got that landmark achievement yesterday.
Well, let's congratulate Nigeria. Let's probably it has to do with the fact that our current president has this international clout, the kind of clout that I think only former President Obasanjo had, when he was president. He enjoys a lot of goodwill now.
Outside.
Even the agreements reached, Dubai, UAE is going to invest in Nigeria and all of that. Yes, congratulations. But I am also, my joy is guarded, and I'll tell you why. The question is, when did UAE become a nation? 1971. UAE became a nation in 1971. 6 emirates came together, then 1 joined in 1972. Now, of course, it's an oil-rich nation. But this nation diversified from oil, invested its oil revenues in healthcare infrastructure, tourism. Tourism is a big foreign exchange earner for the UAE. Dubai now has look at the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. What about the Dubai Mall, the Dubai Fountain, the Miracle Gardens, where you have, I think, 45 million for 5 million flowers arranged in different patterns and all of that. Now, the question is, what is happening to Nigeria? Why are we still toddling at this time? Why we are celebrating that the visa restriction has been lifted. To me, we look like a slave that is given a temporary freedom, or maybe freedom to marry by his master. But the slave forgets that even the wife and the children will still belong to the master. But until the slave is set free, you understand? You're no longer a slave. That is when you can truly celebrate. What is happening to Nigeria? This is the Nigeria that drove away Ghanaians some years. You had a lot of Ghanaians in Nigeria. Then you had this Ghana Must. That's how Ghana Must Go became popular. Now, Nigeria is beholden to nations.
Okay, hang on there. We have this caller from Abuja. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, hello, Ayo.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Obochi. Yes, my name is Obochi. I'm calling you from Abuja.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yes, I just want to talk on the first 2 topics that you talked about, the Edo issue and the palliative.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, for the Edo, I think that the governor is just being petty, if you ask me. There are more pressing issues that are facing him in Edo State. So Philip Shaibu's issue should not be an issue for him. But he has left the issues and talking about Philip Shaibu. Philip Shaibu is entitled to his whatever he wants to do as the deputy governor. I don't see that as an obstacle from hindering the governor from doing what he wants to do.
in terms of performing his duties as governor of the state. Now, for the palliatives, why are we doing something that is temporary? The food will finish, but the hunger will remain. So why would we now see how to treat or give Nigerians some certain skills so that they can fend for themselves? At the end of this palliative that is being given, palliative, what is the meaning? Relieving symptoms without dealing with the cause of the condition.
Thank you, Obochi. Thank you. Our time is fast spent. Thank you for your contribution.
All right, let me just complete my thoughts. What I'm trying to say is that, yes, President Bola Tinubu is taking the right direction, but we must get to a point where Nigeria will live up to its name as the giant of Africa, because already we are giant on the Lilliputians. That's what we have at the moment. Now, let's also develop our local industry. Let's develop our economy. Let us become the cynosure of all highs. Let us diversify our economy. Let us earn more foreign exchange. Let us be a productive economy. By now, we should be the ones denying people visa, placing visa ban on countries that maybe are not doing well. Remember, Seychelles has also placed, imagine a country like Seychelles, like Ethiopia, placing visa ban on Nigerians. So it's very, very important that we build our country. And Nigerians that go to other countries to misbehave should learn, should desist from that. I know that Unjuri Ngelale, the president spokesman, said that the fact that Ajuri Ngelale, I meant to say, said, don't think because the visa ban is lifted, it's going to be business as usual. I think UAE is going to be more, what's the word again?
They will restrict a lot.
They will restrict a lot of that. They will do more scrutiny of those who are applying for their visa.
And at the point in time, the airlines couldn't repatriate their funds.
It's about $300 million.
So this became a big source of work.
Yeah. So I think that now is not part of the things on the table, but I know at some point it will be, because we need to sort out that. Because they can't be doing business and they are not making money. You can't move your funds to your country. So Dada said a lot of things. In those 1970s, we had a military government then. So there's nothing we can do. The only thing they were doing was to build bridges for us. The major bridges you are saying is during it was during Gowon's time that they were doing all those bridges in 1970s. So those ones are not being futuristic. But this is a government in UAE that you are saying, they were futuristic. They knew that, our country is a desert. How do we turn it around? And they did. Okay? So if we now have a government in place that is trying to say, okay, fine, let's start afresh, I think we should give them kudos. I'm just angry that, just like you said, so many countries are giving us, don't come, ban, left, right, and center. It's because of us, Nigerians. We don't respect ourselves.
Exactly.
You go to another man's country, and you want to turn to a superstar there. Well, instead of you to be calm and respect the laws there, you want to turn yourself into a nuisance. No. And even right here in Nigeria, some people are still not happy that they are seeing that UAE leads to visa ban. Some Nigerians are still saying it's a lie. How can we say reorientation of people's mind? And that is why the president is always saying we need to change our mindset. Nigerians need to change their mindset. If you are leaving Nigeria and going to another man's country, change your mindset. If you are in Rome, behave like the Romans. If they say good morning, follow them and say good morning. If they clap in the morning, follow them and clap. It's not making you mumu. It's just that you are just trying to obey their laws. Simple.
Can I just foreign exchange? Okay. We spend money.
Yeah.
And if you know the number of flights that leave Nigeria to Dubai, go there.
Good dollars.
Dollars. Yeah. We even buy houses. Nigerians.
Exactly.
They are so much into real estate in Dubai now.
It was even said that the UAE was making up to 3.3 billion from Nigerians who were flying to, on a weekly basis, who were flying to the UAE to make money. So let's also build our country, let our country also be a tourist destination. And let's stop dragging our country down. the people who are very bitter because their preferred candidate lost should understand that we can't play politics forever. The funny thing is that, when I looked at, after the Court of Appeal judgment, I discovered that both Atiku and Peter Obi did not disrespect the judiciary in their statements. They only said they were not satisfied. But I've seen people who follow the all eyes on the judiciary gang, saying the judges were bribed, they were this. Some are unprintable words for the judges. We can't continue like this. This is not the way to build a country. All this, Tinubu not my president. So who is your president? Who is your president?
Well, you carry the passport that if Tinubu does not sign.
Who is the president of Nigeria? Is Atiku the president of Nigeria? Is Obi the president of Nigeria? As we speak now, Tinubu is the president of Nigeria.
Exactly.
And if the Supreme Court validates what the appeal court has said, he continues to be your president. You wait to have if you want to have another president, wait till the next 4 years. That's the way it was. But for now, let us build our country. Let's stop dragging our country down. This is the only country we have. And most of these people that are saying this, they don't even know the way to the airport. They don't even know. They have never even been inside a plane. They don't even know how the airport looks like. They have only seen the airport on TV, in pictures. They don't know the way to any embassy. And they don't even have the money to travel. And yet, they join Nigerians based abroad who are dragging the country down. Where is this country? Do you want this country to implode? What is wrong with our people?
I think, Ayo, before we go, so that I don't... now that they've lifted this ban, I think the president and his team should look for a situation whereby our own airlines can also fly into Dubai so that the agreement does not look one-sided, okay? So if Air Peace wants to go, Air Peace can go. If others can go, Ibom Air, is a very good airline. If they want to move there and say, okay, I want to be flying Dubai, they should be able to say, we go to Dubai. Nothing is bad in it, So that agreement should be, expanded in such a way that it shouldn't just be only Emirates, Etihad, coming to Nigeria, making the dollars, and we are not also making dollars, okay?
Charge you for
it. They should give us more slots. We are not one. Give us more slots.
All right, I'll tell you the gentleman, Paul Dada. I want to thank you for your contribution and the pirated and Asuko. Thank you for your contribution. And that's our offering today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11 p.m. Join us this Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 for Journalist Hangout on Sunday on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ayodele Uzuba. Bye for now and